Okay, so back again on the 11th of June 2021. Another day of Nofap, basically. I mean, it's like, it's not like the entire focus of my life, but given the nature of this channel, I'm just gonna, start off by remarking that it's, it's the 12th day, so, Nofap day 12. And the big thing today is that I finished up with that certification course for, this like a beginner level certification for that automated liquid handling robot system. So I've crossed that threshold. I'm committing myself to mastering, the knowledge required for building a career in biotech, manufacturing, or biochemical manufacturing, automation, engineering. So gotten through that, and I'll have to, obviously gotta pay for it. That remains to be done, but once they contact me, I can just take care of that. I already got the money for that. And I'll be getting like a downloadable certificate. I can tack that on to my onto my LinkedIn. It's a big ticket item, real important thing to have on there, that specific certification. This is the beginner level. There are two more offered by this company because they basically have two software packages that they use to run, programs on their, on all of their automated liquid handling robot systems. And for this one, there's a beginner and then an advanced, and then for the other system, there's just one certification. So I'm hoping, or I'm planning on getting the other one done by the end of the year for the advanced certification. And then maybe sometime next year, it'll be the idea to get the other one knocked out, and we'll kind of like go from there. There's like there are three companies mentioned in that article that I've been basing my approach off of. Obviously, there are a multitude of companies that make different systems. So some of it obviously like depends upon like which company you're working with or so. You don't have to get every little itsy bitsy certification, but if you get enough that shows that, okay, like you understand automated liquid handling robot systems, you programming these different systems, and stuff that shows that you also have basically the ability to learn new systems. Like you understand all the basic concepts, and as such, you might not need to go through some full-blown certification program or so, but they know that, okay, you know how to program X, you could probably also learn how to program Y in a very relatively short period of time, or a very short period of time, especially if you've worked multiple systems and etc. But that is definitely a solid plan. I'm pursuing that. Excuse me. Beyond that, with the programming languages, I do want to get all the boot camps done that I signed up for, because I've paid for all those Udemy boot camp courses. What else? Beyond that, I know I've kind of gone back and forth on this, but I guess I'll determine if I'm going to go for some official certifications, some of these programming languages or software packages, because I'm not trying to become a developer in those languages. They're useful to know, they're good to know, it's a really useful thing, and oftentimes, like, when it comes down to it, it's sort of like it's almost necessary. Like they're not really going to tell you that it's necessary, but you look at the tasks you have to do. As far as I know, for what I do know of, what these automation engineers do is such that if you're going to get all the work you need to get done in a day, let's say, like I said, they're not going to tell you need to, let's say, know Python or C# or something like that, but it's sort of like unwritten requirement in a lot of these cases where it's like, well, if you're in the know, you need to know Python, or you need to know C#, and you need to know how to write some tight scripts in Python or C#, let's say, or one of these other languages, to be able to take this huge CSV file and break it down into 100 smaller files, that sort of thing. Yeah, you could sit there and do it manually. You could possibly write some like macros in Excel or whatever, but it would take way too long. And besides, like, the real work, the real thing that they hire you to do is not to sit there and parse these files by hand. They're hiring you to take that data, figure something out with it, solve this problem, to develop some new process or some new workflow, or to fix something that went wrong on the manufacturing floor. They're not hiring you to do, CSV file or Excel file parsing, So in some sense, like, certification might help, but it would only help insofar as it, like, led me to being capable of writing those kinds of scripts, doing that kind of work, to basically, like, speed up or optimize my effectiveness as an engineer. So if I can get to that point without having to pay $150, $250 for a certification exam, that sort of a deal, then I'll go that path. But if I had to take a certification exam because they're concluding that they require this or that, then then I'll do that. But for now, it's just going to be getting through those Udemy courses, building up my GitHub with that sort of stuff. I do have a couple challenge exercises to finish from this course. They're not really that complicated. I've done stuff like that before, but I really want to get these ones done. So while the course is technically over, like, I can probably get this stuff done in the near future. I'm probably gonna take a nap today. I've kind of been up since like 5-ish. That's when I say I kind of been up. It's sort of like, there's that time when you're not really fully awake, but basically since 5. So yeah, got my plans going forward. And what else is there? There's a whole, like, laundry list of other areas of expertise that I would have to work on, but for right now, it's sort of like getting what I've already, like, gotten started, getting that finished, finishing what I started before I go into that. Because, for instance, there's, like, automated bioreactors made by a number of different companies that make them, but that's a whole other can of worms. Those companies do offer courses or certifications, training, that sort of deal. There are also automated storage devices, like basically like refrigerators, where you can program the temperature you want to have them run at and things of that nature. And it's like, okay, that's yet another area. And then there's, like, what else? Like 3D printing is another area, because you might want to, like, print out some, program and print out some I don't know, custom labware or something of that nature, some piece or part. It's like, it's not necessarily in the job description. It's not necessarily something you're gonna have to do it. Like I said, it's not your bread and butter or your meat and potatoes, but they're the sorts of things that when it comes down to it, for whatever reason you're having to fix some sort of problem, you can be like, hey, we need this, adapter to have the plates work with, stacked so high with a certain distance in between them so that some stamping mechanism can attach like a barcode to the side or something like that. Hey, you know how to do 3D printing, right? And you can be like, yeah, I know how to do that, and you can go and do that job, or if you need to, like, I got talked in the past, past so many minutes, handling Excel files or CSV files, parsing those. Like if you can do that, you can jump in there and get that done. You can be that guy who got that task done or solved that problem or what have you. So it's like having, so it's almost like, how like they have, I don't know, people still have these, but if you're, I don't know, you got your sort of toolkit with your screwdrivers and your ratchets, or your whatever different tools, and you open that up and you go, okay, so what do I need to get this task done? Like I need a screwdriver for that, I need a chisel for this, I need a ratchet for that, what size do I need, for the attachment. Like it's like almost like having a toolkit with different tools, and maybe one of your tools is that how to write some really tight, efficient, fast, effective Python scripts for file handling. Another one is that you know how to write scripts for a specific robot system. Another tool is that you know how to go into SolidWorks and draw up a part in SolidWorks, and you can like pass that to a 3D printer, or how to work with Autodesk 360, I think it's called. You can it's Autodesk or it's Fusion 360. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But there's this one program that's made by I think it's made by the folks that make AutoCAD. Used in like machining parts, but it's not the actual machining of the parts. It's like the actual model that you get like the G code instructions from, I believe, and then you punch those in. You got this sort of model that you draw. That could be another thing in your toolkit. So a lot of it's like you have the core skills, core tools, and then you have sort of the ancillary stuff, which is kind of like, like the core tools would be like knowing how to program these robots. Ancillary stuff would be knowing like how to program in Python or C#, or how to work with SolidWorks to make like a part or so. You might not need it every single day, but it's one of the things where it's like, okay, if you need it, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, So anyways, that's what I'm going forward with. 10 days from now, apparently it's like when my official start date should be for going back to the old company. That will mean at least 6 months of employment. I'm gonna try to make the most of it. And then we'll go from there. So hopefully by the end of this year, have enough stuff knocked out that I can, maybe start applying for some full-time engineering positions. And I did sign up for a course called Statistical Thinking for Industrial Problem Solving. It's a free course. I have it open to me for a year, like from the date that I signed up for. It's with SAS, SAAS, it's a company that makes these statistical analysis software packages like Jump. So take that course, get done with that. There is a certification exam which does cost $180, but if I get that and I do that, I can get another certification. There's 3 of them that they offer. I want to get all 3 of them, knock that out. So, I got my plans cut out for me. Beyond that, like right now, I honestly just like want to go. I want to go back to my room and just like pass out for a bit. I might watch some stuff on YouTube to sort of unwind, but mostly just want to hit the hay and snooze for several hours before I get up and go on to my next task. So anyways, beyond that, I don't think I have much to say. Maybe tonight when I get up, I'll go do some working out or so. I have been starting to do some push-ups, like 50 push-ups, and then doing like a minute-long plank, focusing on like core strength, so I can at least do something on my abdominal muscles. Maybe take care of at least as far as one can do with exercise, any potential issues I might be facing, that sort of deal. So, and besides, get a lot of stress and boredom, anxiety, whatever, out of my system, and just, do my due diligence to take care of my health. So, as far as that is concerned. So, anyways, that's it for me. See you folks around. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.